up, guys? It's your boy X, and welcome back to Horizon Minds. Now, real quick, I got the hoodie on like I'm a boogie because I didn't have time to really get ready. I just kind of been running around. So, excuse me, I'm a bit tired, but we're going to rock it out today. So, today's topic will be on relationships. And no, not just, dating somebody because I don't really have the best advice. No. But talking about relationship with friends, work relationships, I don't know what that really. I'm just tossing shit out. You know what I mean? And building, most importantly, relationship with yourself. So that gonna be a long video. Hopefully not too short. Honestly, I'm just going to talk until I get tired. No, but in all seriousness, I like this topic and I've been wanting to talk about it for a while because I feel like it's a very important one. Um, obviously, but no, I just been I'm a little delirious, all right? So forgive me. But and I have Little Caesars on the way. If you don't like Little Caesars, then you're crazy. Let me say so relationships are hard. They're very hard. They're scary. Like I said in the previous episode, they scare the out of me. See, you thought I was gonna curse. No. But they are scary. They're stressful. And the uncertainty of this could be another ugly relationship or my first heartbreak, or it can be a beautiful thing. You know, you have as much of a chance knowing as flipping a coin. But with that being said, it kind of goes back to I think I kind of say maybe once every episode is how perception on how you perceive it. I think it's a beautiful thing because with the uncertainty, that nerve and the thing that terrorizes you have the chance to do it two things. One, you would kind of turn your back and you run from it, which I'm not gonna lie, I've done that a couple of times where like I will like really like somebody, right? And I'd be timid. I won't say timid. I mean, ain't no damn child, but afraid to move forward or afraid to advance. And I think maybe some of us, not all of us, because I get some of us are just Rico Suave, Suave, Dale. Some I get it, but I'm realistic. It's not like I'm like that all the time. Sometimes I'm just quiet. I'm a damn introvert. All right. When I stepped out of my comfort zone and took the initiative, great things happen. And sometimes you get rejected. I was rejected twice, but you fall down twice, you get back up. You fall down 20 times, you might need to work on something at that point. But in all seriousness, it's like it's not the end of the world. The person says no. Some like first of all, no means no. Okay, I feel like I shouldn't even have to say this. If they don't like you, it sucks. But I won't say who cares. But in reality, you might see somebody attractive maybe twice a week, just strolling by. So you'll be all right. Anyway, just a little tangent because sometimes people get a little crazy. But anyway, like I was saying, and then I personally, when it comes to like relationships, I need to work on it, but like very badly, very much. You know what I mean? But especially when it comes to like communication, like sometimes I'm really consistent, right? I'm really good at that. I'll talk to you this and that, or I can like oh I'm good at listening. Like if you have an issue, whether it's like just whatever at work or like something personal between you and I can listen without getting upset and stuff like that. I've gotten better. I wasn't perfect my entire life. It took a long time to really get better, and instead of just going off and reacting, more kind of like listening, I guess. Um, makes sense now as you're saying it, but sometimes it's like when you're so angry or someone's telling you how they feel, it's just like you want to just react. You just be like, man, your mother, that's why you can't cook. That's why you're broke, stuff like that. But it's good to just sometimes, whether a friend or sometimes it can be a random stranger. Now I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, I see. Doesn't bother you, like, doesn't bother me at all because again, you're a nobody, right? Like, as in, like, if you're a stranger to me, you're a nobody. Oh, that's not what I mean. Cut that out. Cut that out. What I mean is like, you know, what you have to say isn't important to me. But if it's someone who you view as important or some, of some value in your life, which, value all human life, but you know what I mean, right? I got to make sure I say things clearly on the internet because people will come back to this video in 10 years and use this against me. Like, it's crazy. If it's somebody that you value or someone that you find of importance to you, sometimes it's hard to listen to what they have to say. Sometimes it sucks, but you can learn from it. I have, my sisters and my cousins gave me tough love, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, but I listen, I learn from it, and I think it's why I kind of grow. And also, when it comes to communicating, just as much as a good listener, you have to be good at communicating. You know, that's something that I tend to work. I need to work on. Like, I would text you, right, for a while, text you like all day. We'd be chit chatting, and then I get busy or become busy for like a day or two, and it's just like I just kind of wander away. And it's because like sometimes I get afraid of reaching back out because I've done that and I haven't gotten like good responses, which is justified because one minute I'm all here, next minute I'm just over here, and I'm just disappear. Not like disappear, but then I try to chit chat and come back. They'll be like, "What do you want?" I'm just saying like I'm sorry. And it's I need to still work on it. I have no problem admitting that. That's one thing that I definitely need to work on. But I'm aware of my issue, and now you just got to address it. When it comes to relationships, I really feel like communication is like the biggest thing. Obviously, loyalty, obviously, respect. These are things that people shouldn't have to tell you that, they just kind of, it's like when you buy a car, you expect it to have tires on it. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of expect these things. But communication, I think, is key. Now, how that transfer over to like friendships, obviously, you communicate. And I also have boundaries in these things as well. You got to set boundaries for yourself, for your partner, for your friends. Also, very important. I know I just said it, but like for yourself, like against yourself. When it comes to your friends, I don't think I have a bad time communicating. Like, I mean, obviously, besides like not really reaching out as much or responding to text right away. But besides that, just tell them how I feel or helping them with situations and stuff like that. I feel like, most people, I'm gonna say most people, but a good amount of people nowadays don't really have an issue telling how someone feels, like, how they feel about a situation or a person. But I feel like you can't be friends with somebody if you are afraid to communicate that with them, You guys can go back years, I mean, decades, centuries, millennia. But are you guys really friends if I can't tell you, like, hey, what you're doing is wrong? Or, hey, I feel upset because you're doing this. Are y'all really friends? But yeah, communication is key. And also another thing that's very important too, with goes with all relationships. Like I said, set boundaries. Let's say your friend is using something of yours, right? Let's say they've been using your car for the past month because they don't have a car. I like giving examples, even if it's like, all right, Xavier, like we get it, like it's you didn't have to break it down. I'm gonna give the example anyway. Like I said, let's say you give your friend your car and they keep returning it. Everything's fine and stuff, but they're not putting gas in the car and they're driving all over the place, right? How many days will it take for you to say something? Some people are like a day. Some people are like, well, if they don't notice it by a couple of days, then I'll say something. This and that. You should have said it when you gave them the car. Be like, hey, if you take my car, put gas in it. That's the least you can do. So I had to look at my mic. I thought I was muted. I would have been mad. This video will have not came out. Setting boundaries and communicating can go so much more when it's with yourself. Building a relationship with yourself, I think, is the most important thing when it comes to building any relationship. If you don't value who you are or respect who you are, then how do you expect others to do the same? You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you view yourself as a doormat, right? I don't want to say why are you getting upset that other people are going to use you that way, but kind of how do I say this? This might sound like messed up, but you kind of manifest it. You know what I mean? Again, sometimes you will always be all, sometimes you'll be sent angels along the way to kind of show you who you really are, to show like the true potential and true like shining star that you are. Bars. That's step one. Before you try to get another relationship, I mean, you can build friendships. That's always a great thing. But build friendships with positive people. You know what I mean? Build friendships with people who are going to uplift you and also criticize you respectfully when it's needed. You know what I mean? You kind of want to have those people around you to help you kind of almost, not a competition, but help elevate each other. That's why I'm around people like Lucas and Felix. Um, they really help elevate who I am. Same as my cousins and my sisters. They really help me elevate my game and stuff like that. And people that I've talked to, they've also, in a way, it's not like as I just settled, you know. You should never just settle for anything or anybody or whatever, you know what I mean? Always try to continue to go up, That's how that's how you move up in life. With that out of the way, trying to build a relationship with myself now. It's been, I'm 21. I think I just started trying to build a relationship with myself in the past, ooh, a year and a half. Beforehand, I didn't really care about myself. And I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I may not love who I am, but I respect myself enough to stand up for myself and kind of start going out and getting things that I want. You know what I mean? Like this podcast, like the plans that I have in the future for this podcast or just in general in life. You know, before I was just kind of going with the wave, didn't really care what I was doing much. I played football. That was my big vision, but it was more that I respected football than I did myself. But I definitely grown. I've definitely gotten to a point where, again, like I am content with being who I am, but I know I can be a lot better, and I still strive to be better. Even if I can't be strive to be better every day, maybe every week, something. You find peace with yourself. Things in life in general will be a lot easier, It won't be perfect. It won't be the make life just, you know, you know what I mean? Life wouldn't still won't be rainbows and sunshines, but once you find peace with yourself, you'll be able to appreciate those rainbows and sometimes even those rainy days as well. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Really do. It's always an honor to speak to you. Tell you, one of these days, I'm about to just drop a little album. You know what I mean? I'm about to surprise out a little something. You know what I mean? You ain't ready for it. You ain't ready. But appreciate you guys. And until next time, please take care of yourself. I missed the end button. It's awkward.